say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, everyone. You may be seated. Graduates, seat. Thank you, Ben and Jake. That was fantastic. Welcome, family and friends of this 2014 graduating class of Olympus High School. This is fantastic. We're so glad to have the parents and grandparents, brothers and sisters, extended family, neighbors, classmates, and friends of this fantastic, amazing graduating class. They are well worth it. We also would like to thank the Olympus High School administrators, teachers, and staff, the supporters from the PTA, the Granite School District, and State School Board. We'd like to highlight and to thank Mr. Manning for his longtime service to Olympus High School. We are his last graduating class, and we're lucky to have had him. And whenever we walk through the beautiful, new, amazing school that is our own, we will always have his name attached, so thank you. Thank you also, Mr. Manning, for designating me as the fall guy for today's ceremonies. So please, everyone, turn off your cell phones, put away noisemakers, cannons, all of that. The exits are located on both sides, and you can use your chair as a flotation device in case of an emergency. Let's make this a time to match the quality of the class of 2014. This is a great opportunity to look back on our year. What was your finest hour? Was it passing that class that you never thought you would be able to pass? Was it placing in region or state? Or was it in a hallway or at lunchtime when someone made a special effort to befriend you? Or when you did that for someone else? Those are very important moments in making you who you are today. But our finest hour is yet to come. We've been working towards graduation our whole lives, and now it is here. We'll go on to new things, to challenging events, building opportunities, and personal triumphs. I have no doubt that our class, the class of 2014, will go on to make many significant, lasting, and meaningful contributions to society. This is a pretty spectacular class. It has been an honor for me to serve you this year, and I am so proud to be an Olympus Titan. Long live Olympus. Thank you.
Hello, Olympus class of 2014. I want you all to do something. Look at yourself sophomore year. Now look at me. Now back to sophomore you. Now back to me. And sophomore you is not me. In fact, sophomore me isn't even me anymore. I've changed. You've changed. We've changed. It's funny. I don't even remember us changing. Did the change occur during sophomore year, as baby-faced adolescents just learning to drive? Did the change happen junior year, a journey of itself with a move in the middle? Did the change come to pass this year, on top of the school, the newest generation of determination? Was this change during our summers, where we spent time together? Our autumns, when we started fresh? Our winters, where we begged for just one snow day? Or in the springs, where we looked forward each day to the next? I answer, yes. Yes. Yes, yay, yes, yes, and yes. Unbeknownst to us, we are ever changing, ever learning, ever growing. Each day, we are a little different. We change our hopes, our dreams, our aspirations. Sometimes we succeed, sometimes we fail. It doesn't matter. It simply matters that we change. Stephen Colbert once said that if we all achieved what we first dreamed for ourselves, the world would be overrun with cowboys and princesses. I'm pretty happy that's not the case. I'd rather be a titan. We don't notice change until we look back. Don't miss it, or you'll realize you've lived your whole life hardly knowing who you are. So my peers, my classmates, my friends, that is our challenge. We are entering a stage in our life where we won't want to miss who we are. We will all go our separate ways, becoming strong members of society. All of us will understand that Olympus helped make us who we are. In the past 3 years, I've gotten to know many of you. Get to know yourself. When you do, you'll find out that you're pretty special. That's what makes us great. That's what makes us 2014. That's what makes us Olympus. In the future, people will ask us what we've become. I, for one, know what I will answer. I am a titan. Thank you.
There's been a change in me, a kind of moving on. The what I used to be, I still depend upon. For now I realize that good can come from bad. That may not make me wise, but oh, it makes me glad.
I never thought I'd leave behind my childhood dreams, but I don't mind. For now I love the world I see. No change of heart, a change in me. A change in me. A change in me. I used to rule the world, see I used to own. I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. One minute I held the key, makes the words that closed on me. But I discovered that my castle stands upon pillars of salt, pillars of sand.
I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, once you know there was never, never an honest word.
'Cause that was when I ruled the world. That was when I ruled the world. That was when I ruled the world. There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have their moments with people and things I still can recall. Some are gone and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all.
All these friends and people, there is no one compares with you. These memories lose their meaning when I think of them as something new.
Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere.
A singer
Singer in his smoky room, smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a while they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on.
Strangers waiting,
up and down the boulevard, there's
shadows searching,
in the night.
streetlights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere.
In the night, working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill, paying anything to roll the dice just one more time.
Some will win,
Some will lose, some are born to sing the blues. And all the movie never ends, it goes on and on and on and on.
Strangers waiting,
up and down the boulevard, there's
shadows searching,
in the night.
streetlights, people living just to find emotion.
High school was a dynamic swell, a myriad of experiences, both bad and good. There were bad times. There was heartbreak that the cliche pints of Ben & Jerry's ice cream couldn't heal. There were stressful nights when early morning dawned and we were still cramming for that neglected test. There was self-doubt that caused us to question our purpose and our identity. But before you deem me a cynic, let me say this: there were also good times. There were football games held on nights when the air swirled with the ease of summer and the anticipation of autumn. As we cheered on our team, the sky would crack, and out thundered glorious rain, exciting us all even more, our hearts full with pride for being young and being Titans. There were Saturday evenings spent in wild reverie, cruising beneath the inky sky, our music booming, signifying that living young prevailed, even if just for the night. There is today, perhaps the best of all the high school moments. We have waited and waited and waited for this day, and it is here. And this was high school, the good and the bad. Tom Petty depicted this mixture perfectly with his lyrics: "Some days are diamonds, some days are rocks, some doors are open, some roads are blocked." We all had high school failures as well as high school successes, and the beautiful thing is that we learn from both. However, I didn't always see high school like this. In the midst of it, it didn't seem so beautiful. It seemed like I was barely muddling through, like nothing changed as the days rolled on. But in retrospect, I have realized that I grew exponentially during these past 3 years. C.S. Lewis eloquently describes this sensation with his words: "Isn't it funny how day by day nothing changes, but when you look back, everything is different?" Mr. Lewis was right. Incredible change has taken place, and today, everything is different. I feel that I owe this incredible change to what I learned as a high schooler. High school taught me priceless lessons. It taught me to love myself, not in a narcissistic way, but in a respectful way. I used to hate my rapid voice, my prominent collarbones, and my tendency to worry. I felt flawed and broken. I felt that I paled in comparison to all those around me. However, spending each day in a confined setting with hundreds of others, I came to value my individuality. I learned to love myself, flaws and all, because my flaws were what set me apart, what made me, me. High school taught me to accept my trials. I used to fear that tribulation would strip me of myself, but it does just the opposite. As I was tossed about during difficult times, I came to see that trials built me more than any other aspect. When I decided to embrace my trials as shimmering chances for growth, I no longer feared life. I became infinitely stronger. High school taught me the power of kindness. As I've stated earlier, high school wasn't easy. Although there were many joyous times, there were many trying times as well. During various slabs of time, I felt unsettled and depressed. What saved me during these stormy experiences was the kindness I was given by those around me. The boy who sat next to me in music listening and patiently listened to me whimper about a difficult experience. The sociology teacher who told me I had a powerful mind because I wrote poetry and good taste in music because I loved Bob Dylan. The best friend who supported me when it felt like no one else did. These people brought glowing light into densely dark times. Not only did they lift my mood with their friendship, they encouraged me to lift myself too. They showed me that I had a choice, that I could choose to let go of bitter apathy, tired grudges, and hurt feelings, that I could choose to allow gold and happiness back into each corner of my being. They showed me that yes, I had fallen, but I could rise again, and for this I will be forever grateful. Well, I'm nearing the end here. Likely you'll forget everything I've mentioned, and that is perfectly fine. Forget my experiences, forget my lessons, but what you will remember are yours. Remember what you've learned in high school, from the bad and the good things you've experienced. Take what you've learned and enter the world with it in your hearts and minds. This is just the beginning of a beautiful existence we have to live. Mary Oliver ends her poem, The Summer Day, with a challenging question. What is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life. And now my final words, fellow members of the Olympus High 2014 graduating class, whatever it is, go now and do it.
One day more, another day, another destiny, this never-ending road to Calvary. These men who seem to know my crime will surely come a second time. One day more.
Until today, how can I live when we are parted?
One day more.
Tomorrow you'll be worlds away, and yet with you my world has started. One more day all on my own. Will we ever meet again? One more day with him not caring. I was born to be with you. What a life I might have known, and I swear I will be true. But he never saw me there.
One more day before the storm, I follow where she goes. At the barricade of freedom, shall I join my brother's hand? As our ranks begin to form, do I stay or do I dare? Will you take your place with me? Time is now, the day is near.
One day more. One more day till revolution. We will nip it in the bud. We'll be ready for these schoolboys. They will wet themselves with blood.
What's your matter, what? Catch him as they fall. Never know your luck when there's a free for all. Here a little dip, there a little touch. Most of them are gonna, so they won't miss much.
One day to a new beginning. By the freedom hall.
Every man will be a king.
Every man will be a king. There's a new world for the wicked. There's a new world to be won. Do you hear the people sing? My place is here. I fight with you.
One day more.
I take the way until today.
One day more. Tomorrow we'll be borrowing. Tomorrow is the judgment day. Tomorrow we'll discover what our God in heaven has in store. One more dawn. One more day. One day more.
I see all of you and I think, wow, this is amazing. How cool is it that all of us are graduating at the tipping point of our futures? Our futures. The future truly is ours. C.S. Lewis states that nothing changes day by day. You look at Tuesday and it was pretty much the same as Wednesday, and Wednesday was pretty similar to Friday, but on the contrary, how is everything different when we look back? We may look at this daily routine as monotony and suddenly marvel as time passed and everything changed. But as we strive to acquire a positive outlook and work hard, we can sit satisfied that everything is different to our benefit. Now, let me explain something. So I took calculus, and for those of you who aren't calculus nerds like me, I'm going to explain a basic concept about their displacement, velocity, and acceleration. And Summer Hayes taught us two great teachers at our school. So just a brief overview of these three areas. Displacement is a measurement of something set, like the length of a room or the distance of a marathon. Velocity, the second thing, is like a speed. So if I'm like constantly moving, that's like a velocity, see? And acceleration is like if you're like fast and getting faster, like me going like this, or like me slowing down is like acceleration too. So with these three concepts, displacement, velocity, and acceleration, I've applied them not only to just this speech, but to life. And as we go about our daily routine, we can use the concepts of displacement, velocity, and acceleration to make everything different. Displacement is where we are right now. Displacement is a number, just a number. It's a GPA, an ACT score, a touchdown, or a shot. Numbers, just like days, don't change too much. If we look at our lives in terms of where we are right now and compare it to where we were yesterday or the day before, nothing seems too different. If we're not careful, we can let our current situation influence us negatively. We will remain the same as the numbers and situations we compare ourselves to unless we look past them. That's when velocity comes in. A line, a slope, a speed, a progression. Velocity surpasses displacement because it doesn't deal with where we are, but where we are going. What is our velocity? Our velocity is where we're going, what we're doing to progress, and why we're doing it. During stressful times, we may sadly forget that we are working so hard for a reward that will make all our hard work pay off. If we start focusing on where we're going instead of where we are, our days will feel more full of purpose and meaning. Even more impactful than velocity is acceleration, a curve. Basically defined, how fast an object, be it a human or a dot on a paper, is getting faster. Acceleration is the bridge between where we are now and where we want to be. Moreover, it's the bridge between Lewis's day by day and everything is different. Acceleration, believe it or not, is our perspective, our outlook on life. Now, for an example of somebody who had a great perspective and outlook, take Michael Jordan, his freshman year of basketball. He didn't make his varsity team. What did he do? He had a positive outlook, believing that he could make it, and with more time, work, and effort, he rose as the best basketball player of all time. Life is not about our displacement, but our velocity and acceleration. What we are willing to do and how we look at our lives will influence us far more than anything else. As we go about our daily routine, how easy it is to crowd out perspective and stress over how good we are at something compared to someone else. As we move past this displacement mindset and focus on our velocity, what we're doing, and our acceleration, our outlook, I know that we can rise to any goal we aspire to. As John Newton said in Orion, we have the means to change the world. Let's do it. Thank you.
This is a beautiful sight. Mr. Lofgren, Mrs. Anderson, Mr. Garrett, Mr. Cutler, Mr. Leroy, members of the Olympus faculty, parents, guests, and members of the graduating class of 2014, what an honor it is for me to be with you here this afternoon. I know today that we have many parents, grandparents, and family members and friends of the graduates that are here, and I want to welcome each one of you. I'm grateful to have Mr. Dan Lofgren and Mrs. Connie Anderson with us here today. They're members of the Granite District Board of Education, and they spend unbelievable hours that benefit our students greatly and have a positive impact on our schools. We're pleased to have Mr. David Garrett, who's the business administrator from Granite School District, that's joining with us here today as well. I want to turn our attention for just a few minutes to the students. We have our SBO officer, Jacob Alder, who opened up. We've had the opportunity to hear from Adam Ott, Samantha Weed, Jameson Jones, and we'll have the opportunity to hear from our senior class officer, Anna Lee Ferner, in just a few moments. What an outstanding group, and if you listen to their speeches, each one of them were very different and individualized, but each one of them carried a powerful message that I think each one of us, and especially you students, are able to identify with through your 3 years and your growth that you experienced at Olympus High School. You know, I also like to thank our musical groups and our orchestra. I really don't need to say this, but can you believe how powerful our singing group and how wonderful our students are? I'll talk a little bit about Les Mis, but it's an unbelievable talent. We had Les Mis, and they sang that last song, and that's the one I've been humming at home, and my wife laughs at me, and I can't sing, and I can't hum, and she laughs, and but I spent 5 nights at Les Mis and thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's now in my head, and they just sang it again, and so it's wonderful. Thank you very much. You know, one of the qualities that distinguishes Olympus High School is the community feel that we're able to enjoy. The halls and the classes benefit greatly from the pleasant and peaceful atmosphere that we enjoy, and that has always brought great strength to Olympus High School. Olympus has a wonderful faculty, and I'm grateful that they're here with us this afternoon. And I just hope, and then this is a principal who's leaving Olympus after a number of years, I sincerely want to thank our faculty. They are wonderful educators and care a great deal about our students, and I'd appreciate it if you'd give them a round of applause. I also want to express my appreciation to Mrs. Rebecca Bruff, who has served as the chairperson in our graduation commencement exercises, and to all the teachers and staff who have spent many hours in working to be able to have such a pleasant commencement this afternoon. And then I'd also like to pay tribute to the parents who are here this afternoon. Parents, I'm sure that your feelings are tender, excited. Some of you are just probably flat out ecstatic that your student's graduating. Maybe even a little surprised. I'm just joking. It's the pride in your student's accomplishment that will make this afternoon so special. I'd also like to thank our PTA, Kirsten Rona, who has been our PTA president, and all of her PTA board. Olympus has a very powerful PTA, and they are involved in many activities that support the students in school, and we greatly appreciate their time and effort. Now, the members of the class of 2014 have been a wonderful class, and I have a whole listing of things they've accomplished, but Anna Lee, when I heard her talk yesterday, she's also going to share that, so I'm just going to mention 2 or 3 of them and move on, and then you'll have the opportunity to hear some of the accomplishments from the students. But I do want to share with you the average GPA at Olympus High School exceeds a 3.35, and their CPA is a 3.37. That's a wonderful correlation, and what backs that up is that we have very high ACT scores, with over 50 of our students scoring in the 30s on their ACT, and it shows the effort and energy that they put into it. We also have 5 Merit Scholars finalists that is very rare to have in a school, and so we are very proud of that. We've had wonderful art shows in which our students have excelled and placed in state-level art shows. In our music areas, our students have scored superior ratings. And I'll leave it at there and leave the rest for Annalee. But I do want to talk a little bit about the performance with Les Mis. For those of you who had the opportunity to enjoy that, we held it over for an additional evening, and it was sold out once again. But if there was ever a performance at a high school level that should receive state and national honors, it would have been Les Mis' last few evenings. And I want to thank our students and our faculty that were involved with that. Now, students, you are the 61st graduating class of Olympus High School. Now, you think of it as that 61, that's probably not too impressive, but you'll always be able to state that you're the first graduating class that completed the full year in the new school. As I've reviewed this past year, there are a number of very impressive things that stand out regarding our graduating class. But I want to spend just a couple minutes talking about one area that I feel that they've really excelled in this year, and one that becomes real critical in life, and that's service. Many of our students in this graduating class have come to an understanding and have focused on the importance and have found pleasure that comes from service to the school and to the community. And while our educational goal is student achievement, it also includes personal development and civic responsibility. I strongly believe that one's service to others facilitates personal development and brings clarity to the importance of civic responsibility and being a good citizen. Now, you've heard this a few times, but C.S. Lewis stated, "Isn't it funny how day by day nothing changes, but as you look back, everything is different." Students, as you look back over your past 3 years, many things that have created change in your life comes from the time you've spent in service. Through our SBOs, our community of caring, our National Honor Society, our Be Strong Committee, our WAMO, our music athletic groups and teams, and many other groups, Olympus High School students have given much back to the community during this past year. They have served in providing tutoring at the elementary and junior high schools. They've tutored at our Head Start elementary or preschools. They volunteered at hospitals, senior centers. They've sponsored blood drives. They spent time at the homeless center, homeless shelter, Ronald McDonald's House, Utah Food Bank, Hogle Zoo, Festival of Trees, Huntsman Cancer Institute. They've helped with the Special Olympics, Utah Foster Care, Utah Symphony, the Utah Refuge Coalition, Holiday Youth Council they've served on, the Utah Animal Adoption Center, and Volunteers for America. I think you get my point, and I've just mentioned a few of them. But these are very powerful things that have had a positive impact on our students. They've spent time at Mill Creek Elementary teaching the arts to our students, or to their students. And then they've had parents come in and enjoy special evenings. We've been a part of an Eagle Eye project that's provided technology to assist the severely disabled. This year, as kind of a small token of appreciation, our students were involved in the Samaritan Feet project, in which they raised enough money to purchase over 580 pair of new shoes to students in an elementary school that was in need. And it was not only the special part of being able to raise the money there, but we then had the opportunity to take 2 bus loads of students. And we went out to the elementary school and spent 4 hours. And with our students sitting across from the elementary students, they helped put the shoes on them. But the important part, the shoes are going to wear out or go elsewhere. But the important part was the 5 to 7 minutes that our students spent with each one of their students, talking with them about education, talking with them about family and life in general. And that was a great benefit not only to those young people as they looked up to our students, but for our students as well. And it was a very enjoyable experience. Providing service can help one grow during challenging times that will bring true happiness. Now, Albert Schweitzer stated, "I don't know what your destiny will be, but one thing I do know, that the only ones among you who will really be happy are those who have sought and found how to serve others." I believe that enjoyment in life comes when one's growth and development is actively progressing. Now, students, as you leave today, be diligent and proactive in the opportunities that come your way. Take advantages of those things that have purpose and that can lead to success and happiness. Be thoughtful in your decisions and the choices that you make. Remember that we live in a world where, unfortunately, many times presentation trumps content. To help you be successful, you need to remember that there are no free rides. Be willing to work for what you earn, and don't be deceived. And remember, when you get something for nothing, you just haven't been billed for it yet. Now, in closing, each one of you, each one of us are a part of Olympus High School, and Olympus High School will always be a part of you. Remember, you will always be a Titan. Now, Mr. Lofgren, Mrs. Anderson, Mr. Garrett, the following students have met the graduation requirements outlined by the Utah State Board of Education and the Granite Board of Education. I am pleased and honored to present to you for acceptance the Olympus class of 2014.
Thank you, Mr. Manning. Graduates, thank you in particular, Mr. Manning, for pointing out the commitment to service of this remarkable class. If greatness is measured in how you make life better for others, you are truly great. Thank you. I'm impressed to take just a moment, if you'll allow me, to reiterate thoughts from your three peers, the speakers this afternoon. Adam taught us to embrace change because it's how we learn ourselves. What extraordinary insight. Samantha admonished us to accept our trials and remember what we learned through those trials. And Jameis shared the wisdom, counseling us to focus on where we're going instead of where we are. Extraordinary advice as you take the step into the future. Now, for one moment, before you take that step in the future, I'm going to ask your help. Would all of you please stand for just one moment? Now turn and in the audience here, find the ones who mean most to you. And now, graduates. And now, graduates, would you join me in giving a hand to your families and your teachers? Mr. Manning, upon your recommendation And with the privilege of representing the Granite Board of Education, I accept this 2014 graduating class from Olympus High School as meeting all of the state and district requirements for a high school diploma, and do hereby declare them graduated. Please, you may be seated, please. On behalf of the board, let me share with you our joy in your accomplishment and such extraordinary hope in your contribution. Thank you and congratulations.
The Olympus High School senior class of 2014.
Rebecca Nicole Minson.
Ryan William Tatton.
Emily Elizabeth Watts.
Samuel Brent Burton.
Emma Grace Morton.
Michael German Ellsworth.
Mackenzie Lynn Cope.
Henry David Christensen.
Emily Kathleen Funk.
Asher Anton Smith.
Natalie Sorensen.
Stephen Gregory Parkin.
Melissa Aubrey Johnson.
Albert James May.
Jennifer Lee Adamson.
Robert Lynn Borden.
Hannah Lunt.
John Young Newton.
Lexi Marie O'Brien.
Tanner Rulin Ashcraft.
Megan Elizabeth Hopkins.
Spencer Robert Marsh.
Rebecca Claire Peterson.
James Abraham Fox.
Marin Loie Bills.
Logan Nelson.
Stephanie Taylor Weist.
Jacob Richard Erickson.
Lillian Aria Peterson.
Benjamin Royal Smith.
Emily Ann Schmutz.
David Clinton Stott.
Hannah Jane Langley.
Matthew Scott Pettit.
Catherine Montez Brown.
Eric Stephen Taylor.
Christine Elizabeth Whipple.
Michael Thomas Clausen.
Monet Watanabe.
Nathan Hanson O'Brien.
Allison Marie James.
Marshall Thomas Larson.
Haley Sue Roundy.
Jonathan Christian Dieterich.
Mary Jane Anderson.
Tanner Greg Pop.
Clistia Paige Williams.
Tristan Matthew Biesinger.
Sarah Ann Resendiz.
Jeffrey Blake Whiting.
Catherine Alice Gibson.
Jacob Douglas Taylor.
Shay Marie Neely.
Bridger Edward Fisher.
Abigail D. Thomas.
Stuart Glenn Maxfield.
Taylor Kate Dunn.
Benjamin August Brunken.
Anna Caroline Neff.
James David Ostergar.
Shelby K. Chansey.
James Dylan Maines.
Alexis Nicole Smith.
Spencer Robert Burr.
Amina Nahanovich.
Jonathan Morgan Burrows.
Marissa Johnson.
Samuel David Omer.
Claire Effie Emery.
Bradley Garrett Taylor.
Megan Sue Bell.
Forrest Luke Riekoff.
Tara Jean Sato.
Jacob Jeffrey Heron.
Madison Nicole Merrill.
Eric Papaya.
Anna Ray Allen.
Vedran Josifovich.
Emily Jane Sidaway.
Derek Keelan Neff.
Mikkel Marie Thornton.
Thomas Walker Menlove.
Whitney Bittner.
Jacob German Turville.
Tara Madison Lloyd.
Brock Robert Brazier.
Andrea Becerra.
Mitchell Howard Dieterich.
Rachel Ann Rasmussen.
Benjamin Richard Shetler.
Amy Christensen.
Coleman Pearson Dunn.
Kyla Marie Vigil.
Austin Maxwell Stevens.
Zoe May Barlow.
Samuel David Petragallo.
Catherine Ann Benson.
Parker David Maines.
Blake Laurie Bailey.
Michael Wright Ninavaji.
Madeline Jennifer Whetten.
R. Daniel Salazar.
Camille Marie Hartle.
Isaac Anderson Davis.
Anna Claire Wyckoff.
Jeffrey Paulo Falatoy.
Madison Caitlin Collette.
J.R. Aurelio Celis Licuona.
Madeline Elizabeth Paulson.
Livingston Taylor Young.
Danny Alexis Morano.
Oscar Coleman Metcalf.
Laura Spencer.
Devin John Dickman.
Rachel Nicole Witt.
Braxton Clark Rogers.
Devin Mackenzie Rasmussen.
Michael James York.
Christina Kelly Terekavorkian.
Thomas Marshall.
Eliza Larson.
Paul Andrew Schwartz.
Annalie Sarah Ferner.
Benjamin Marshall Anderson.
Samantha Jane Weed.
Adam John Ott.
Gabrielle Padilla.
Jameson Jones.
Courtney Joyce Demke.
Jacob Cannon Alder.
Sierra Brown.
Alexander Keith Pasquale.
Morgan Jade Seals.
Joshua Brian Witzel.
Emily Ying Fetzer.
Paul Alonso Johnston.
Arena Paola Gonzalez Colon.
Benjamin Archie Chamberlain.
Lee Bullock.
Nathan Edward Stringham.
Ashley Catherine Tedesco.
Isaac A. Hale.
Taylor Justice Powell.
Norman Tanner Olson.
Betsy Rose Van Tinderen.
Ethan Gregory Hopkins.
Lindsay Elaine Massman.
Talani Mark Tongaraj.
Ariana Rain Jench.
Kaylin Hollingworth.
Emma Victoria Williams.
Cole David Shepard.
Sydney L. Stanger.
Andrew Justin Parker.
Sydney Lauren Tanner.
Chase James Manning.
Ruth Ellen Romney.
Michael David Perkins.
Olivia Alexandra Liston.
William Harris Summerhays.
Amy Alexandra Sorbetrin Redden.
Cooper Allen Draper.
Libby Longston.
Harley Honors Jordan.
Amy Christine Crossland.
Holden G. Reynolds.
Morgan Nia Vandertulen.
Kenner Michael Scott Harrison.
Amelia Margaret Bettine.
Jonathan Alexander Sandoval.
Alexandra Nicole Stapley.
Alec Sean Westover.
Marion Elise Jepson.
Davis Scott Creasel.
Olivia Ann Goodfellow.
Ernesto Acosta.
Casey Lee White.
Dimitar Nikolaev Ivanov.
Caitlin Adams.
Azat Dovranovich Kitslov.
Riley May Kwan.
Misam Hyderov.
Mallory Lee Joycelyn.
Ryland Aslani.
Lark Piper.
Gray Anthony Garza.
McKenna Elizabeth Yingley.
Matthew Scott Schofield.
Bailey McKenna Coldenhoven.
John Thomas Pettit.
Audrey Ingrid Emery.
Seth Richard Crofts.
Elena Pereda de Silva.
Mitchell Robert Wilson.
Melissa Jo Howell.
Thomas Patrick Smith.
Brinley Ann Bywater.
Peter William Madsen.
Abigail Jane Rigby.
Weston Thomas Monson.
Rachel Elizabeth Wilkinson.
Spencer Christensen Evans.
Grace Esther Huxtable.
Jonathan Mark Rollison.
Kelsey Taylor Hunter.
Kendrick McKeon Morrison.
Heather Ann Durrett.
Ryan M. Barber.
Madeline Elise Felling.
Joshua Benyon Nilsson.
Emily Piper.
Andrew Gary Sorensen.
Adriana Gabriela Rodriguez Riveras.
George Kakulias.
Janice Carolina Estrada Lang.
Michael Leroy Anderton.
Angela H. Lamb.
Nicholas Charles Kramer.
Destiny Leah Brinkerhoff.
Brendan Adams.
Haley Nicole Downing.
Daniel Dixon Lisenby.
Cameron Haley Olson.
Tosh Andrew Wilcox.
Paige Margene Rollins.
Nathan Pratt Seastrand.
Amanda Lucille Jenkins.
Coleman Brent Meyer.
Angela Christopoulos.
Ziadin Ziaevich Akhmedov.
Abigail Ashley Hattenward.
Samuel Jesse Burbage.
Tansy Veet.
Alex Paul Williams.
Astrid Elizabeth Velasquez.
David Luke Barton.
Vanessa Martinez Roca.
Robert Ethan England.
Myra Esther Torres.
Jacob R. Flynn.
Lisa Marie Holtz.
Matthew Austin Spurrier.
McCall Longson.
Davis Stephen Johnson.
Annecy Jane Murdoch.
Matthew Caleb Burdett.
McKenna Crystal Lund.
Logan Joseph Draper.
Sarah Elizabeth Pugsley.
Aaron Brent Henry.
Skylar Marie Mendenhall.
Jonathan Michael Blake.
Madison Lynn Connor.
Dimitri Michael Katsanavas.
V. Pham.
McKay Paulson Roberts.
Morgan K. Jenkins.
Todd Robert Peterson.
Katie Elizabeth Garf.
Alec Geddes Monson.
Paige Allred.
Andrew Crump.
Megan Yvette Gilson.
Jason Robert Bess.
Stephanie Elizabeth Nichols.
Aidan William Pratt.
Hannah Bergeson.
William Douglas Earl.
Elise Marie Holt.
Benjamin Taylor Siegel.
Rachel Elizabeth Dean.
Connor Joseph Haller.
Alyssa Michelle Meredith.
Carter Green.
Hannah Marie Matheson.
Spencer Cannon Williams.
Alyssa Marie Bottomley.
Taylor Neal Ellis.
Eliza D. Medeiros Filippi.
Everett Cole Davis.
Charity Nicole Morrill.
Leif Abel Paulson.
Hannah Marie Grove Hawthorne.
Christian Michael Tempest.
Hannah Christine Hoops.
Alexander Blaine Hall.
Julie Farr.
Samuel David Floor.
Lindy Sowards.
Ethan Kenneth Lund.
Tina Bailey Ford.
Connor Gabriel Zapla.
Hannah Emily Ramsey.
Benjamin Philip Christensen.
Annie Charlotte Miller.
Christopher Langlow.
Abigail Grace Loden.
Ivan Anthony Allen.
Sarah Marie Moore.
KC Jordan Walton.
Camille Marie Cortolo.
Benjamin James Reese.
Amanda Ellen Mazer.
James David Wright III.
Catherine Ann Crofts.
Jeffrey Davis Cannon.
Melissa Rusnich.
Peter Allen Red.
Emily Tang.
Jordan Michael Meacham.
Brianna Marie McWillis.
Jake R. Hamilton.
Claire Kodadad.
Ryan Scott Bierman.
Sarah Ann Bowers.
Mason Clyde Earl.
Kira Catherine Wachter.
Ignacio Ismael Cardoso.
Jamie Lauren Thompson.
Tyler Andrew Bodley.
Kyra Colleen Collins.
Justin J. Griffin.
Trista Ann Schronen.
Stephen Mitchell Johnson.
Jennifer Terry Hilton.
Colin Wynn Stansfield.
Morgan Elizabeth Keown.
Benjamin Kai Cox.
Marissa Elizabeth Boulder.
Jonathan Brittain Mock.
Jory Shea Burmister.
Nathan Scott Parker.
Rebecca Jane Richards.
Alvaro Varas.
Megan Maureen Rowley.
Carl Warren Liddell.
Alexandra Grace Spratling.
Cedar Alden Fisher.
Betsy Delora Girth.
Charles Daniel Stockdale.
Tessa Beth Beener.
Avery Patrick Tucker.
Madison Orm.
Jacob Cade Hunter.
Rachel Ann Judd.
Samuel Elijah McNeil.
Carson Laurie Damon.
Joshua Jacob Grimsdale.
Brooklyn Ray Lindsay.
David Hiroki McCain.
Faith Christine Ivory.
Babatunde Adeolu Aguirre.
Hannah Irene Hoy.
Miles DeLon Henry Davis.
Elizabeth Dot Egan.
Tristan John Roylance.
Megan Elizabeth Toth.
Theophilus Smith Jr.
Olivia Francis Marsh.
Derek Reese Martin.
Rachel Marie Vandertulen.
Shay Andrew Barabee.
Abigail Brockbank.
Jacob Scott Turner.
Nadia Quinn Casper.
Corey James Mickelson.
Madison Aldous.
Torrin Walter Palethorpe.
Tabitha Ashley Coleman.
Stuart George Hauser.
Jasmine Marie Lavasani.
Daniel Ryan Osterstock.
Denali Marchano Macadere.
Nathan Duke Nichols.
Sabrina Scott De Freitas.
Zachary Etene Stone.
Brianna Michelle Bone.
Caleb Kimball Oswald.
Abby Isabel Zanger.
Thomas Cannon Howard.
Anne Louise House.
Mitchell David Ross.
Varnez Tarabi.
Hiram Smith Nykamp.
Mona Rashidi.
Aaron Robert Burrell.
Rosine Tarabi.
Logan Colin Hardawira Robert Shaw.
Miriam Nafia.
Austin Scott Hobbs.
Norca Adriana Nishihima.
Christian Lee Knutson.
Kimberly Ray Priest.
Michael Stephen Kalin.
Brooke Lauren Springer.
Peter James Schaefer.
Carly Ann Kuhn.
Bolton Jackson Mitchley.
Hannah Leilani Delin.
Nathan William Rowe.
Laura Marie Robertson.
Mitchell James Sheehan.
Megan Whipperman.
Benjamin Durant Merrill.
Brooke Lorraine Worthen.
Tyler Angus McEwig.
Sarah Ann Crookston.
Preston Pace Rowley.
Erin Elizabeth Lucy.
J. Paul Mosslander.
Kira Hall.
Evan Jarrett Forsyth.
Kristen Shea Olafson.
Parker Richard Stevens.
Sydney Nicole Cahoon.
Alma Kai Bradshaw.
Aspen Elizabeth Bradley Wilson.
Britton Field Vale.
Sarah Beth Demers.
Michael Alexander Rupert.
Nicolina Pehar.
Daniel William Larson.
Sierra Lynn George.
Alec Tanner Brown.
Kylie Alexis Brinton.
Brian Thomas Walter.
Julia Perkovic.
Calvin Scott Lee.
Anika Marie Crenshaw.
Carson James Fillmore. Jaden Michael Olson.
Hannah Abrahim. Rachel Elizabeth Danzy.
Richard Anthony Monson.
Niam Al Samari.
Cameron R. Holmes.
Chanel Ray Gambioni.
William James Gregory.
Safra Abadirham Ali.
Samuel John Orr.
Melissa Ann Martinez.
Preston James Lyman.
Sarah Ann North.
Dylan Sergey Campbell.
Sophie Mae McGavin.
Keith Jacob Cook.
Jessica Ann Leonhardt.
John Bryant Pack Hawthorne.
Ivy Ann Wild.
Nathaniel Benjamin Perkins.
Alexis Colleen Bentley.
Clayton Gordon Abrams.
Sarah Marie Sloan.
Christopher Felipe Lopez Pacheco.
Megan Elizabeth Jones.
Stephen Kurt Beck.
Jane Elizabeth Doxey.
Tyson Curtis Hoke.
Emily Ann Pinnock.
Porter J. Trainer.
Abigail Amanda Horner.
Braden Jazz Anderson.
Stevie Lee Felicia Green.
Hunter Scott Shepard.
Juliana Brooke Viliaga.
Briar Lee Ennis.
Liakana Teresa Tausinga.
Jacob Wayman Wright.
Celia Letu Matanig.
Connor Robert Smith.
Ellen Catherine Stringham.
Zachary Randy Herbert.
Hannah Claire Durham.
Matthew Sean Fox.
Abigail Wagstaff. Natalie Bryn Wagstaff.
All right, there we go. That was awesome, hearing everybody's names. Oh my gosh, there's so many of you that I'm gonna have to... Okay. When C.S. Lewis said everything has changed when you look back, he was absolutely right. Looking back on this school year, we have had a crazy ride. From the moment we stepped into high school, sophomore year, we looked at the seniors like our heroes. They were brave, awesome, attractive. Like Adam said, look at all the sophomores, now back to him. Senior year seemed so far away when we were only 15 and 16 years old. But this year came so quickly. Before any of us knew it, it was time to make big decisions, like where our life was going. The question of what do you want to be when you grow up would no longer get an innocent little kid answer. Yet in the midst of growing up so quickly, we rocked our last year of high school. So, class of 2014, here's a look back on your year. Our football team took first region for the third year in a row and killed it at the semifinals at the university. We had 5 amazing girls make it to the tennis championships. We had 5 National Merit Scholarship finalists and 7 Sterling Scholar finalists. Several students were recognized at the All-State Art Show and got honorable mentions and a scholarship. We had 14 winners for the Reflections competition. We raised tons of money for the Samaritan Feet fundraiser. Yearbook was awarded recognition as a national program of excellence, and the yearbook today is awesome. Drill team made it to region, and dance company gave us 2 amazing shows. We had not 1, but 2 breathtaking musicals, along with 2 mini musical productions and a beautiful concerto night to show off the talent of our students. Our principal was appointed the new director of high schools. One of our own students qualified in a nationwide Google competition. We kept the rock. We heard so many amazing lunch forums. Our basketball team made it to quarterfinals. Our softball team got first at region. We beat Skyline at Holiday's Got Talent. We beat Skyline at everything else, too. Our debate team qualified 5 people to national competitions. We danced nights away dressed as cavemen, cowboys, t-shirt buddies, and classy couples. We were the first to see the John Newton productions. We survived countless amounts of AP tests. We have been offered over $3.7 million in scholarships, and the number isn't even finished yet. We watched one school fall and another one rise. We are the first graduating class to spend a whole year in a brand new, amazing building, and we are leaving a legend. This was our year. We should be so proud. When we look back on the past 3 years, it's true. Everything really did change. We're no longer the same knobby-kneed kids that came in sophomore year, eager to get to the top. We started this year determined to get straight A's, thinking that it would be a breeze to get past what turned out to be a year full of kind of tough decisions and pretty stressful times. But now, even though a year has passed, we still have that bright-eyed look in our eyes. That young, hopeful piece of us that carried us into sophomore year can now be seen as we stand on the threshold of this crazy thing that they call real life. It's not going to be easy. We're all going in 1,000 different directions, and looking back, C.S. Lewis is going to be right. It'll seem like high school was a world away. But there's one thing that we can always be sure will stay the same. No matter where we go, no matter how much time passes, we will always be Olympus Titans. Now, if you will please join me in standing. Please move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left in celebration of graduating high school.